Hey everyone, and welcome back to those of you who are following the Generative AI tour of the United States. I'm your host for that, Lee Chazen, here in Chicago. And I couldn't resist talking about this while I'm here in Chicago. As you know, they had the Democratic convention here this past week. So I missed the energy that was part of that. But I will tell you about a certain AI application that I'm wondering if political consultants are using. It is definitely something that could make the difference, and even as I record this, I'm still uncertain whether I will publish it, because something like this I think could give the edge to a political party or to a candidate. What I'm talking about is this kind of content singularity. That's a fancy way of saying matching the content that you're talking about to the people who are going to be receiving it. This can work for businesses, but it can also work for political organizations. So, for example, there are various what I call, or what others have called, Memetic Tribes that are out there. People who kind of believe in the same things, use the same language, and you know people who are speaking those words when you meet them. You can overhear a conversation and think, wow, I want to talk with some of those people. Just like this guy in the train before I got here, who was happened to be reading a Buckminster Fuller book on synergistic something or other. But it caught my attention. We got into a conversation. So what I'm speaking about specifically is these various tribes who I shouldn't say probably, but in many cases, let's say they are non-participatory or apolitical. Fine. They're very thoughtful. They have a lot of ideas. They would participate probably in the political system if people spoke to their needs. And this is not just for the kind of tribes like the creatives, the knowledge workers, the thought leaders that I'm talking about. This could work for any group. And what you would do is you would create data sets of their language, picked up from places like Discord or Reddit, or from their blogs. Create data sets, find out what they're interested, how they speak, any keywords that they use. And then, let's say you had a policy initiative. You know, in the case of the DNC, they might have like a policy platform. You would run those two things simultaneously as attachments in the chat window, and say, look for commonalities with what this group believes in and what this policy platform position is. Now transfer that to the language that they use, and now you get this kind of synchronicity. Now this would require a whiteboard, and probably I would have to tell you more about how this could work, which is why I'm out promoting some workshops. There may be some coming up this next week in Washington, D.C., or in New York the following week. You can find out more information about that on probably my Instagram page, but I'm going to be putting some things up on my Medium blog so that you can follow along. And I will update you soon with who knows what. Stay tuned.